So I'm going to talk about Beeport, but before we do that, I would like to travel back in time a bit to the beginning of this year and talk a bit about what options there were to upload something to Swarm. So on the left, you see running your own B node. And I'm going to talk about issues here. So in the beginning of this year, we had some issues with running your own B node. One of them was the long syncing times. That meant when you started your B node for the first time, it took about 40 minutes to synchronize from the blockchain. And that happened even after you managed to fight your way through the documentation. And the other issue with that was the Gnosis funding. So you not only had to have BZZ, you had to have XBZZ on the Gnosis chain. But undeniably, running your own B node is the decentralized approach. It is always the primary recommended approach. It's also healthy for the network to run your own B node. Now, the other option was, and it wasn't really a good option, was using the Swarm gateway, but it had very obvious issues like only small file sizes were supported. The duration of uploads were unpredictable and it was guaranteed to be a short time span. But still, we could see that this was a very convenient way to upload content on Swarm. Just go to a page, select your files, upload, and without running your B node, you had them on the network. After seeing the issues that I mentioned before, we had a plan for this year to improve the UX in these areas. So on the left, as part of the node spin-up UX improvements, we embedded the postage snapshot to the B binary, which got rid of that 40-minute synchronization time upon the first launch. Now you can run your own B node in like under 5 minutes. We also got rid of some other artificial waiting time that was for stabilization. It made it even faster to be able to start and use your B node. So these items are delivered. Now to address the second problem with running B nodes, this Gnosis lock-in or the inconvenience of getting XBZZ, XDAI, bridging them somehow over to Gnosis, we were working on projects related to multi-chain funding or multi-chain payments. This is currently in progress. Two projects under this umbrella are a so-called multi-chain widget that can be used anywhere. It can be either statically hosted or embedded in applications, and this purpose is to make it easier to fund your own B node and get both XDAI and XBZZ. This is, again, to promote the decentralization of the Swarm network, to make it not only fast to run your B node, but also make it have good UX by eliminating the funding issues. Now, on the other side, and we are here for this today, is Beeport. So Beeport is a standalone application. You can think of it as Swarm Gateway, but on steroids. So with Beeport, you don't need to run a node. You only need a wallet, some funds from many Ethereum-compatible chains, and it requires the least effort, and it's the fastest way to upload to the network. So again, you can see that on the left, running your own B node, the decentralized option, and on the right, the convenient option. And this brings us to Beeport, starting with a screenshot on how the main screen looks like. And we are going to explore the use cases through several small clips. So the first one which we are going to do is purchasing storage through Beeport. And in this main form, you can select the chain that you want to use, the token that you want to use, the storage capacity, and the storage duration. You get a quote for that you can execute. MetaMask pops up or your wallet of choice. You confirm the transaction, and then a spinner starts that deposits your funds, waits for transaction confirmation, and starts creating the postage batch. Once this spinner finishes, you get to this pop-up where you can already upload to the Swarm network. So in this first use case, we are going to start simple and just upload a single file. So I'm selecting a PDF, clicking upload, get a signature request so we can authorize ourselves for the proxy, which is between our browser and Beeport. And just like that, it was already uploaded. I got a link to a gateway, and you can see that the file loads and is visible on the network. So let's get a bit more complex than that. This time I'm navigating to the Upload tab where my previously purchased batches are displayed. So I'm selecting the one that I just bought. And this time I'm uploading a folder. So I'm here uploading a folder with PNG images, flags of the word, confirming the signature request. Upload is already done. And when you upload a folder index is created. So this lists all the files that have been uploaded in that folder. You can scroll through them, click on them, and they load on demand, of course. For the third use case, let's do something even more advanced, and that is uploading a application or a website. So I'm doing the same flow as before. I'm doing a folder upload, but this time the folder that I'm uploading is the source of a website. So in its structure, there is an index.html that makes it very obvious for Beeport that it's a website and it will upload it like that. Now, having done that, I'm going to navigate to my history where I see my latest upload, and there I can click the ENS button for further features related to ENS integration. So what I'm going to do now, without leaving Beeport, is registering a new ENS domain. I'm going with flagguesser.eth and starting the registration process. So with the magic of video editing, we are going to cut some waiting times shorter. For example, the first step to ENS registration is always a 1-minute timer. That is in order to avoid the front running. Beeport explains these steps in an easily understandable way. And most of the time, you just need to click the primary button to proceed to the next steps. This is the actual step where the ENS domain registration happens. Gas fee is a bit high on Ethereum at the moment, but you can expect that. And after some more waiting, just a minute or two within the application, you get the confirmation that your ENS name has been successfully registered. So this is not the last step. As the last step, you still need to link your Swarm reference, your upload, to your ENS. So to do that, you go back to the set content hash tab, and there you select the ENS name that you want to use. Simply, again, just click the primary button. You get the transaction request for setting content hash for your ENS. And as that transaction goes through, you receive multiple options to access your content. So I'm picking ETH Limo here. And once I navigate to that tab, you see that this content is served from Swarm, and it was fully uploaded through Beeport. So this is just a silly flag guesser game that I made where I accidentally got 3 out of 3. So yeah, again, we have seen that now there are multiple options to upload just a single file, a folder, or a website, and then even go a step further and then set it up with ENS, giving you multiple options to access your content. And I want to emphasize that even though Beeport is a centralized component to get your data on the Swarm network, once it is on Swarm, that content is still decentralized. The URL is now displayed on the screen. I welcome everyone to start using Beeport. And please give us feedback either on Discord or using the feedback button within Beeport for issues or ideas that you may have. And with that, I would like to thank you for your attention.